Good morning. Happy Wednesday. 7 o'clock snuck up on me today. I have my everything ready though. I got in my studio a little early and I have all my colors freshly lined up. It makes for a great start to the day when last night I cleaned my whole palette off so that it was all wiped clean and fresh, and I'm ready to roll now. Hi, Mary. Heaven Sent Creations. Good morning, Ellen. Hi, Sherry. Good morning, Anita. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Are you on the train to work? Sweet Grace Cake Designs is my best friend Renee's sister, and she works in Manhattan. Good morning, Donna. How are you? Hi, Joanne. So, on the subway. Oh, how fun. I'm on the subway with you. I love that. How cool is that? So this morning I am going to paint helleborus, which I love. I didn't know about these flowers till I think 2 years ago. I saw someone post them and I researched them, and they're the first flower that comes up in the springtime. They're very hardy. They can make it through March. They like if it frosts, they look tired in the morning, but then when the sun comes out, they get happy again. Love that resiliency. So, and there's someone that I follow on Instagram called The Farm at Oxford, and she very graciously lets me use her images for painting. So a shout out to her. Go follow her. She's in, I think, in Kennett Square, which is only about an hour from here. I actually have some paintings in a gallery there. So I'm hoping I get to go meet her one of these days and go buy flowers from her. I think that would be so much fun. So look at this. I'll turn this around. How beautiful is that photo? Oh my gosh, when I saw it, I thought, oh, I've got to do that on Wednesday with my friends. Hi, Susie. How are you? So how is everyone? I love our Wednesday mornings. Yeah, I know, right, Anita? It's so pretty. Okay. So I will, with no further ado. So I spent this past weekend kind of working a little bit more on my online course. It's a scary endeavor for some reason, I guess because it's out of my comfort zone. And until I, really start doing it, I feel a little intimidated. Oh, and look at this. I got some new brushes. I have a workshop this coming Saturday, and I bought some of, these are my favorite rosemary brushes. They're Eclipse Short Flat. And I have a fresh brush, which it's like Christmas time having a fresh brush. It is so nice. I needed brushes. So I'm just going to map in where some of these flowers are. So what's new with everybody? Yay, a new brush. Yes. So I got enough for everyone in the workshop to play around with. I always see these artists, they get a huge box of brushes or a huge box of colors. I'm never that. I'm not there yet. But it sure does look like fun to open up a whole thing and have lots to choose from. These are great. I wish I really should just call the company and ask them. I would love a great big version of this for when I'm painting large. Almost the exact same brush, only huge. Because my big brushes just don't feel the same. This is just very comfortable to me. It's like a good old Dixon Ticonderoga No. 2, which is my favorite pencil. There's nothing quite like it. It's the best. It's the best weight, even though, I went through school when we learned to draw with all the different weights of pencils. I love doing that, but Dixon Ticonderoga No. 2 is the best. So when I was in 7th grade, my mother passed away. And a few years later, my dad married one of her very good friends, which was a bit of an adjustment, but it really was a good thing because she was wonderful. But she loved flowers, and I learned a lot about flowers from her. But I often, I'll be thinking about something and I'll be like, I wish I could ask Eva that question because she would know. Oh, the brighter pink Susie is permanent rose. It's Winsor Newton permanent rose. One of my favorite colors. There's my messy tube of it. And the darker color was this Block X. I only have this big clunky thing, Block X magenta. Sometimes I watch a guy named Scott Naismith. I guess that's how you say his name. He does really colorful landscapes, and he uses a lot of those Block X colors. Yeah, his style's so different from mine, but I love it. I always say one of these days when I have more time for art, I'll want to try everything. You're welcome. Hello, Karen. How are you? And I think part of what's so pretty about this is all the golds, the greens, and the bright pinks are so pretty. Hi, Vikashini. How are you? Hi, Dana. Such beautiful colors. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. It's around that little. It is so gorgeous, isn't it? Ellen, how are you? I'm excited to see you on Saturday. Ellen's coming to my workshop on Saturday. That'll be fun. I'm getting ready for it. I was working on my name tags for everybody. I did like one of my abstract acrylic pieces and cut it all apart and made it into name tags. That was really fun. I love when I have time to do things like that. And I know it's not really about having time, it's about making time. I've been trying to do that more. When I was young, I was very creative. I would always do odd projects, before kids, when life was simpler and there was time to do things like that. Oh, we have some going on here. Oh, Karen says, looking so forward to the weekend workshop. Yes, Karen, it's going to be so much fun. Nothing better than painting all weekend. Really, like nothing. I just was watching, you guys follow Betty Krause. I've mentioned her before. I don't really know her, but I originally started following her a long time ago, and I think I interviewed her. I used to do a thing called Art Friends XO, and I would interview artists and post it on my blog. I love doing that. I would love to bring that back one of these days when I have a little bit of extra time to do it. But it looks like she's teaching a workshop in Puerto Vallarta. How wonderful would that be to go and teach workshops in places where you kind of feel like you're on vacation, you're hanging out with other artists, and you're teaching. Doesn't that sound amazing? I think I want to do that. I think I should. It's already fun, isn't it? Hi, Sarah. Hi, is Emerson watching us? Good morning, Emerson. Some of you probably know Emerson's my favorite little 3-year-old down the street. Our mom just logged in here. I think I'm going to do a little blue sky just because I feel like it. Artistic license, right? Mr. Blue Skies. I love that song. I think I just had that on one of my posts on one of my stories the other day. She says, "Good morning, good morning. Let's paint the Cotswolds in spring." What's the Cotswolds, Ellen? I don't even know what that is. And Lonnie says yes. Okay, let's do it. Let's make this happen. Bye, love you. Have a good day. Ellen says hi to Emerson. Sweet Emerson. Okay. Is that enough of my undercoat? I have, where my colors are touching, I kind of sometimes avoid those areas, which isn't necessarily a good thing, but it reminds me where things are, so it's okay. Get some more darks in here a little bit. Yeah, so I had ordered from this, the farm at Oxford, I ordered some bulbs of ranunculus, and I love ranunculus. So I wrote, when I asked her if I could paint this photo, I asked her if I could, or if I should have my ranunculus bulbs in already, and she said, get them in right away. So I'm hoping to leave work for a little bit today and come home and plant them. I have no idea where to put them now in my yard, but I'll figure something out. Because I did plant some helleborus last year, and they're on the other side of the house, so I always forget to go look. So I had a note written on the back of my phone for like a week before I ever went to see if they were in bloom, and they were. Good morning, Dawn. D Cook 44 is my sister. Hi, Carolyn. All right, now I'll do my pigment sticks. Do I usually mix my colors or do my pigment sticks? I can't remember, but I feel like pigment sticks right now, so that's what we're going to do. For my online course, I've been trying to narrow down my favorite colors because I can't have people, buying 100 colors. I need to figure out what my absolute favorites are. But, that's like having a favorite child. Like, you just can't do that. I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm sure I will. Or not. Right? It's just like it. Some of these are a little dry. Okay. Hi, Bob. How are you? Bob's a Grimper. I don't even know how to say that. He's a friend from college who has been doing art now too. I just wish I would have taken more like painting classes in college, but life happens in the order it's meant to. I probably just would have been more frustrated to not have had time to do it, right? If I had knew I loved it back then. Because I went to Kutztown, which is a local state school. And it was a great school, and they have a great commercial design program. And I really loved learning all of that. And we did have time for electives, but I always took like weaving and printmaking, and I wanted to take every class there was. I still would if I had time. I'd go back to school and take all kinds of classes. The last one I took a few years ago when I started doing my art, I took a WordPress class at a local art school, and I loved it. I took it with a friend of mine. It was so much fun, but now my website's not even in WordPress. But I do have websites for clients in WordPress, so it's a good thing to learn. Good thing to know how to do them all anyway. All right, what do I need? Some pinks, maybe. I have a few more spots left in my workshop in New Hope in May, which is a beautiful venue. That's where I was. That's where I'm going to film my online workshop. It's like my little heaven on earth. I don't know if you saw some of my posts from the weekend. I love to go there. My husband was, it's our friend from college. It's his property. And he's, been our friend forever and ever. He's, Alex's godfather. And, there's a little bit of red there. I don't want to miss that. How am I going to remember? Let me get a darker red. I like this little bit of color. I don't know what's back in there. I'm going to just mark a little red in here. Looks good all, but I didn't do my favorite, very, very favorite color, which will be on my short list, is this Phthalo Green Pale RNF Pigment Stick. Love this. This is almost a fresh one. Here. I think I want to suggest this area, but I don't want to have it get too detailed. I think that looks good. No, thank you, Anita. Okay. Does anybody have any questions before we mix colors? So, no, wait, I have stuff all over my hands. I have to clean it off. My hands are all a mess. If I don't clean it off, I'll have it all over my face when I go to work. I do that all the time. Okay. So I need dusty pinks, like real vibrant bright greens, some dark greens, some brownish colors. Maybe a little turquoisey something might be fun. Okay, so there, look at my colors all lined up. Like that makes me so happy. Usually that's all in, like this whole week that was a mess over there. Okay. I'm having a sip of my coffee. Sorry about that. Get these out of the way. Okay. So I'll do my dark brownish colors first, I think. I have a little piece of gold leaf on my, that stuff floats around forever. Oh, I didn't put any of my lighter colors. I wasn't sure what I needed. So I don't have any white. I've been trying to like do my more dominant colors, the hues up here, and then do like these softer, like tinted colors down the left. Seems to be working. It's taken me a long time to figure out what really works for me in my palette. It's probably an evolution. Oh, and look at these fun little things. I bought little, they're homemade watercolors. I got them from a girl on Etsy. I can't remember her name right now, but I'm itching to do a watercolor. Maybe we could do that on one of our random Wednesdays. What do you think? Or I could save it and do it sometime on a Sunday or something. Thank you. Okay. That's a good amount of little tints, I think. Whoop, I can't get the lid on. If I can't get the lid on, I can't let it not do it, because then I won't come back around and ever do it. I know me so well. Okay. So it is always smart And I can't say I always do it, but it's always smart to mix your colors in advance, at least the basics, so that you know that you have nice little piles ready to go. And I feel like I'm being stingy here, so I need to stop that. I'm going to make this pile a little more significant. And I'm adding a little bit. This is a nice color to add in to change temperature a little bit, is this Rembrandt Royal Blue. Oh, it's King's Blue. I'm going to add a little bit of Indian yellow to that. Might have got too yellow. I'll clean my knife off here before I dip in. So how's everybody doing? Do you want to say on here where you're from? I love when we do that. I need to pay attention. I'm in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I don't know what I think of that color. No, there's definitely that color in there. I'll let that go. Austin, Texas. North Carolina. Wisteria Art by Tammy. Tammy, that's a pretty name. Eden, New York. Shoreline, Connecticut. Sandy. Very nice. Okay, so now I need to do some greens. Ingleside, Ontario. Oh, how nice. Ontario. Yeah, I feel like you have lots of great artists in Canada. Columbus, Ohio. Newport News, Virginia, until August. Well, what are you doing in August, Ellen? You can tell me on here, or you can tell me when I see you on Saturday. Till August. How fun is that? I've lived in the same town for my entire life, except for the little stint of time when I was in college. And yeah, like forever. And actually the house that I live in was my parents' very good friend's house. And Anna Ruth, who lived here, she was full of life, wonderful, vibrant, fun lady. Her grandmother, I think, built the house for her when she got married. And she lived here until she passed away. And then after that, Paul sold the house, and he just called me up and said, Kim, you want to come go through the house? Because he knew I always loved it. Oh, your husband retires? How nice. When will online class be? Oh, Meg, my goal is to release it in September. I think that gives me plenty of time. I didn't really want to do it in the summer because I feel like, people are busy doing other things. So I thought like September would be a fun time because that's like when school starts and you get excited about learning and doing new things. So that is my goal that I am going to meet. Okay, you need to come to Eastern Ontario and do a workshop. I would love to do that, Sherry. Yeah, I love doing these. They're so much fun. Like my new favorite thing to do. Get my greens here. I need to make like well, that's definitely a green in there. A little more blue maybe. All right. And I'll do a little more of this. I love this too. I've been playing around with this a lot. This is Rembrandt Transparent Yellow Green. Eastern Ontario. Keep that up there. So that's why I have my colors lined up there, because I'm working on remembering which ones I like best for my workshop. Now see how much warmer that green is? So it's the same tone, but it's warmer. I feel like there's that bright yellow kind of color. Maybe I need to add some yellow in there, but what? Maybe this. Oh yeah, that's better. I'm spreading out the greens here. I have trouble with greens. Yes, me too. Okay, what did you say? Color on greens. Oh, I do need to do a color sheet on greens. And you know what? People keep telling me something's weird with my yellow one. And how long does each tube last? Oh my gosh, a really long time. I mean, it depends on how much you paint, how big you paint, but some tubes I've had for a long, long time. Some colors like this sap green, I go through that quickly. Like this tube won't last very long just because it doesn't go far. Like, see, I already mixed that and used it all up. And now I totally forget what I was talking about. I'm sure it wasn't terribly important. I always lose my train of thought when I'm painting and any other time. Do you have phthalo on palette? No, I don't, Sandy. I looked at it this morning, but I didn't get it out. Sometimes that's just a crazy color. I feel like it's so vibrant that it takes on a life of its own much too easily. I don't know. Maybe I'm afraid of it. I think that's exactly what I'm saying, isn't it? All right, I need room for some pinks. What am I doing here? I'm filling my whole thing with, I mean, you could fill everything with greens. There's just so many variations of greens. I do need to do one of my sheets in green. So, oh, that's what I was saying. So a few people have told me that my yellow, like you can't read what colors they are. When I made that, and those actual color chips are all at work. I'm itching to cut it all apart, but I'm glad I didn't because now I bought a nice scanner at work, so I'm gonna scan that in and update that PDF. And I should do greens because green. My goal was to do one every month for the year. I always have great goals, but somehow time gets away from me. So I did those 3 and never did another one. Let me do some pinks here and get going because what time is it? 7:30. We're still good on time. I always try to clean my palette knife off in between picking up some of these neutral colors over here because I'll make a mess of them. Pinks and greens are just so pretty. I need a great big pack, but these barely fit. The yellow chart. Thanks, Ellen. Please adjust. Oh, good. Okay, Sandy, good. Thank you for telling me that. I'm going to move this over here. Move this over. A little bit more of that. Just those colors on the palette are just so amazing, aren't they? Now I need to make a little bit of a darker, like magenta color, and then kind of cool it, this color. So I'm going to use my magenta, because that's definitely in there. I'm going to mix this and see. Ooh, that's pretty. Maybe 2. Oh, I like that. Nice, cool color. Can't be stingy with the paints. Okay. I know, Ellen, I love that pink too. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this, which I still want to get more out. And I should, all right, you know what I should do? I'm going to move this over. If I was in the least bit organized, I would think ahead where I'm putting my colors so that I don't have to move them all the time. A little bit more of this King's Blue. I'm mixing a little bit of King's Blue in there. It looks like spring, doesn't it? Oh, so pretty. looks similar to this color, doesn't it? This is cooler though. So that's warmer and cooler. Do you think we have enough? Maybe I need... No, I think I'm good to start. Even if I use blue, it'll be a little bit more popping in some of this that I love, this Video Blue Extra Pale. It's right here. All right, I think that's a good beginning. So there are my colors. Back up here. Oops, my phone always tilts. I need a sip of coffee. What are you guys having, coffee or tea this morning? Oh, what's that first pink, Dear Kim Vikashini? It is, I think the one you're asking me is this. It's Permanent Rose. Can you get this kind of paint where you are? I forget where you live. Coffee, decaf, that's Smart Mag. Mine's coffee, but not decaf. Always coffee. I love my morning coffee. It's such a treat. And I really, well, I have it here, and then I'll have a little bit when I'll take a little bit with me on my way to work this morning. Full strength, yes. It's triple the price. Oh my goodness. But you probably have other wonderful things, don't you? I've just been itching to go to an art store. Putting in my darker areas. Some dark greens in here. Trying to think about putting in my very intentional brush strokes. I buy from US. My family and friends bring it. Oh, that's perfect. An espresso, vitamin drink first, then coffee. Ellen, that's a good idea. Some of my college roommates drink like lemon water in the morning before they have coffee or anything else. I always think that sounds like a great idea, but I don't fit it in. But it's smart to do that. I've been making a drink in the morning. I drink I got one of those like little blender things, so I've been making I'm listening, Emily's upstairs, a juice as my breakfast with kale in it. I'd really like it. Blue up there. I'm going to do a little blue here.
Bye, love you.
Bye, love you. Have a good day. Smoothies are great, Sandy. I agree. NutriBullet. I don't think I have the NutriBullet. I think, is that expensive? I got the cheaper version because I didn't know if I'd stick with it. But no, that Vitamix is the really expensive one, I think. Emerson's mom has the Vitamix, and I think you can make soup in that and everything. But I didn't want to. I bought a juicer a while ago, and I liked it, but it was too much to clean. So I got a little lazy with it. So this time I thought I'll try one before I make the investment. All right, so now I need to keep my mind on my darks and my lights, keeping my background a little softer so that it doesn't take too much of the focus, I think. And doing very intentional brush strokes. Like there I was just fussing, the thing I'm telling you not to do. I still do it even though I'm intentionally not doing it. Because then, you know, if you go back in with a dirty brush, then it starts to get things muddy. So the whole trick, I think one of the biggest, most important things is to keep your colors clean. Like I love when they mix, but you also don't want to let them get muddy. It's kind of a little bit of a dance of leaving it spontaneous, but what? I don't even know what I'm saying, but I like how soft that looks up in there now. And it's really about, you know, thinking about the pure colors, not getting lost in the details, which is also hard to do. I know. Like that softness. Be healthy life, or says, I'm learning about leaving spontaneous brush strokes. Thanks for sharing your talent with us. What did you use to clean? Oh, I have it right here because, I hope I can find it. Because I'm out of it at my sink, but no, wait, let me look here if I have it, because I need to take it with me to wash my brushes. Wait, let me look. I'm sorry, I'll be right back. Here it is, because I don't want to forget to take it up with me. I love this. This is by the same, no, it's not. No, this, you can get this like from Jerry's or Dick Blick's, but it's a bar of soap, and you just like shush your brush on it and clean it out really well. So, and it comes as a liquid too. I also have the liquid. Here it is. And I put it as liquid. And I put it in one of these little thingies. So if I want to clean my brush while I'm sitting here, I have it in one of these traveling things that's sealed. So it's just lavender. It's supposed to not be bad for you. It's a healthy alternative to, I don't know how I should clean your brushes. That's just how Murphy's oil soap too. If I have to go straight to work and I don't have, that's what I always do, because I always have to go straight to work when I'm finished painting because I don't have enough time. I put my brushes in a jar in the sink with Murphy's oil soap and just let them soak. And then after dinner, I usually, and it's in my laundry room, then after dinner, I usually clean my brushes. The life of an artist. The chores are never done. There's always something to clean, something to take care of. And I love it. Does that look soft enough? Love how natural this is. Thanks, Shell. Yes, I'm trying to keep it soft. But one of my goals is to like have it still feel a little whimsical too, which is sometimes hard to do. I think I need light in here. And I do feel sometimes like this part of the painting, like the dancing around the areas and just kind of filling it all in, takes so much time. And then the part at the end, you know, where it all comes together, where you have to be patient and not do it all right away, that seems to go by in a split second. I don't know why that is, but do you ever feel like that? Like you work on the one part forever and ever, and then when it's time to do like that sexy part where it all comes together, like it's over and before you know it. Love those colors. My gosh. Oh, now I just cleaned my brush with a whole handful of paper towels I have to throw away. I really should start. Oh, does that work with acrylic paint? Murphy's Oil soap. Karen, I think you just need soap and water with acrylic paint. I've been painting with acrylics a little bit more, and I just wash my brush with soap and water. That is a charm. It's so nice to do that and not have to, like, I just leave them. Oh, I don't have my cup over here. I have a favorite glass that I bought years ago, and that's my acrylic, my water bottle that I use. But it's upstairs because I just cleaned it. I'm gonna make sure I don't have any like white areas showing, although there's nothing wrong with that. So it looks soft enough in there. If you're in Spain, what time is it in Spain? My gosh, Lonnie, are you in? My gosh, where was the tornado? I know where it is because my friend was just there. Nashville. Is that where you live, Lonnie? Or is everything okay where you are? That is so scary. And it came up in the middle of the night out of the blue, right? EF4, is that bad? Is your home okay, Lonnie? Are you still in it? Oh, okay, thank you. Okay. B says, does Murphy Oil soap do a good clean, or do you need to do the lavender soap? Yeah, I do both. I do 2 steps. If you would clean your brushes right away, you could just use the soap that I just showed you. I never do it right away because I usually have to go to work. But no, you could just do the soap. $12:45 a.m. Is that when your tornado came, Lonnie? That's so scary. Yeah, I want to know. All right, enough fussing with that. I think I need to move on here. You know, I just realized I don't even have any white on my palette. All right, let me move on because it's already 7:46. Yep. Oh my gosh, Lonnie. Wow. 6 flattened homes. That's great. And it happened in the middle of the night, right? Thanks, Mary Jo. I have these. Okay, I forgot about these up here. All right. I think I can do my flowers with the big brush. No serious injuries in my neighborhood. That's wonderful. I think I'm going to challenge myself and finish out with my big brush. Using a big brush forces you to look at the shapes more than going in and fussing over the details, because you can't get too detailed with a big brush in your hand, and I like that. Goodbye, Lonnie. Have a good day. Love pop lights and whites, like putting on jewelry. Very fun. Are those leaves on the bottom right? Look like a baby bird. Huh. Well, that's fun. I don't know that there is one in there, but we'll hopefully keep it looking like that because I love that idea. I have my work in a gallery, Bluestone Gallery in Philadelphia, and I was just talking to the gallerist there, and I had sold a few of my little birds there, so I've got to make more of those, which is a wonderful problem to have. I love it. I'm trying to think about where the darker areas are, where the light's hitting, because it's hard when it's so monochromatic like that to know where the light and the dark is. Shell says, oh, you asked me that. Okay, baby bird. Maybe it is. Thanks, Anita. Okay, maybe should I get white out? I don't know if I need it. Oops, I have too much on my brush there. Sorry about that. Maybe I do need a smaller brush. Maybe I should get the smaller brush out. Which one do I want? And maybe I should get some white out. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it close? I still have 10 minutes. Does it feel, do you like the layout of it? Getting a little detail in there. Oops. I love the thick paint. I love how it looks, but it takes forever to dry. So if I do this painting and leave too many thick areas, like it could take months until it dries. I don't know why my paintings take so long to dry. I feel like mine take longer than other people's, but it's probably not that. It's probably I'm just less patient than other people. Love the composition, sense of light. Oh, good. Thank you. It doesn't feel like it's falling off the page at all. I feel a little bit like that. But I kind of like the dynamic of it too, that it feels like that. All right, I need light pinks. Let me go back over and get this pink. I hear birds outside. They all think that it's springtime. We're getting there. It's almost spring. You see any spots I'm missing? Oh, I see a good one right here. I need this little sweet bud. Will you ever do an acrylic painting on a Wednesday morning? Sure. Do you want me to? Oh, Tammy, these are called, I always forget my nouns. I have it written down here. They're helleborus. They're a favorite of mine. They are the first spring flower to come up in the Northeast. They come up in March, so mine are blooming in the back in my yard right now. They're very resilient because they don't mind the frost. And yeah, you guys, if you have any ideas of things you think I should paint or things you would like to see me do, or I was trying to think of another fun activity to do together. I loved our hearts activity. And like I've been an artist my entire life, so I like watercolors. I haven't painted with gouache in a long time. I like to paint with acrylics. I mean, I like doing anything art related. So if there's anything you want me to try, I'm always willing. East Europe, Serbia. Good morning to Serbia, hellebore. Hi, Sadie. Hi, Shell. Shell, are you saying yes, please, to which? To acrylic. And I'm not real good at acrylic, but I would love to play with it. So, and I do have some because, that's what I used when we did our hearts. Oh, I need a little white here. And what time is it? 54. So it's time for me to finish this up. To make tuna for lunch today for the girls at lunch at work. So I've got to photograph this, get my tuna made, and get to work. And okay, I think I need to be finished. You see any spots where I okay. I think I'm done. Want that detail in there. My little timeline of doing this on Wednesdays is good because it forces me to just be finished, You think I'm missing anything else? Squinting my eyes, looking at it one more time. I like the softness. Excuse me. It's the Philadelphia Flower Show right now. I wish I could go do that. I would love to go to the flower show. I did go one year on a Saturday. That would be so fun, wouldn't it? Okay, I think I'm done. I'm just fussing now. Okay, I'm going to sign it. Pull my sleeve up so that I don't get a dirty sleeve. All right. So there's my palette, my reference, my painting. And thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. It was great to see you all. I hope you have a fabulous day. Oh, I see I missed some comments. I'll read them now. I will post this. This will be here on Instagram for 24 hours, and I'll put it on my blog on my website, and I'll put it on my YouTube channel. And they're both in my bio, in that little link that's in there, if you need to look for them. Oh, Anita, do you want to do helleborus? Well, what we're going to do this weekend, we're going to paint hydrangeas the first day, and then the second day you can paint whatever you want. You can pick from my reference and do whatever you like. So, or bring your own. So, and that's something new I'm trying, and I'm excited about it. So, anyway, so you can. So, guys, have a wonderful day. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you next week. Bye.